Well, it's Monday. That's right. The weekend is over with. The work week has began. And today, you don't want to miss this. We're talking about Sisu. I think that's how you say it. Sisu? Sisu? I don't know. But it's a good one. Don't go anywhere.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
The work week, in all its glory, has arrived, and we have plenty to talk about, you guys. Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate each and every one of you. In the description down below are some things, some links to things, if YouTube still's letting us have them there. Our Rumble channel's down there. Our FlagrantTriggers.com paid merch page is on there. And the NerdyRonin.com is down there. In case there's no links down there, just hit up the NerdyRonin.com. It may not look great, but all the links are there, y'all. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I did. It was great. Sunday, I went to the movies. I know, right? Weird. Why would I do that? Because I needed to see Sisu, or Sisu, or however you say it. I don't know. And I don't care. All I know is it's fantastic. Let's look at it. Sisu, 2022, rated R, hour and 31 minutes. Simpler times. A 90-minute movie. Perfection. It doesn't go on too long. It's not too short. It's just the right amount of time of awesome. When an ex-soldier who discovers gold in the wilderness tries to take the loot into the city, Nazi soldiers led by a brutal officer battle him. Now, I have no idea how to say the writer and director's name. Jamari, maybe? Hellander? I don't know. This is his third movie, from what I could find, and I've actually seen one of the other ones, and it wasn't bad. One of his earlier films. I have not seen his first movie, and I'm looking forward to checking that out really soon. I've heard good things about it. Look. There is nothing in this movie that shouldn't be there. There's no ideology. There's no messaging. There's no garbage. This movie is not for everyone. Alright? I would like to say they took the movie Nobody and John Wick and German bad guys, put them in a blender, blended it up real good, and poured it in our eye holes from when the movie starts till it ends. Not a moment goes by that's unnecessary, and it is blood, guts, and gore almost the whole way through. I would say 85%. Now, at the beginning, you get to see this man who's a miner. He's mining for gold. He finds gold, and he puts it in his pack and heads to town. This is towards the end of the war with Germany, and things are not going well, and he's all alone, and he runs into a platoon. I would assume it's a platoon. It's a group, a relatively large group. And, well, that's when the fun begins. And as the movie progresses, you find out this man's history. He does not talk in this movie until the very end. He has 2 lines of dialogue, and they are hilarious. They are perfect. It is the perfect end to the movie. From start to finish, I was so impressed with this. It looks beautiful. It comes across the screen a lot like a Tarantino movie. It's chaptered. It has, it comes up with chapter 1 and a title with really funky script. right? And that reminded me of that kind of reminded me of Tarantino, but it also reminded me of like a really good graphic novel. The way it's shot and filmed, they went like all the way to the wall and then through the wall. It is gory, it is bloody, it is nonsensical, and it's perfectly fine. There was maybe 15 to 20 other people in the theater, which was a small theater where we were at, and everybody had a good time. With the exception of one guy who was like on Facebook on his phone for the entire movie. Why'd you pay the money to go see the movie? I don't understand. But other than him, there was a huge selection of people, from young to there was one guy who was probably 85. Everybody enjoyed this movie. This movie is just straightforward action. There's really not that much of a storyline. These bad guys want his gold. And he doesn't want to let them have it. Because their thought process, if we kill him, we can take his gold. And then we can disappear because we're losing the war. So when the war is over, we're going to get hung. Either way, our lives are over. Fantastic. Simple. Goes from A to B. With a few sidetracks along the way. I tell you, if you are a fan of John Wick or the movie Nobody or Quentin Tarantino's gorier work, this movie needs to be seen in the theater. I will buy this movie the moment it comes out on physical media. I'm really hoping it has a lot of special features. I want to know more. I would watch a prequel of this character. That's what this director needs to do. Write a prequel of how this man came to be who he is in this movie. Now, all I gotta say, if you would like to know if this movie is for you, watch the trailer. Because you will immediately know whether this is something you want to spend your money on and go see, or if it's going to make you throw up. That being said, there's no sex in it. There's no nudity. I don't remember any language, like offhand, but I've only seen it once, and I was kind of busy watching the movie. I could watch this movie again. I'm not kidding. It was fantastic. We look for entertainment that doesn't have a bunch of messaging and garbage in it and SJW junk. So when they come out, when a movie like this comes out, you need to support it. Go to the movies, watch this movie. If this is your jam, you need to see it. It's perfect cinema. It's very reminiscent of 80s cinema as far as action movie goes. And it's just well shot. It's beautifully shot. The colors are fantastic. I don't have a bad thing to say about it. It's the perfect amount of time too. Fanzine talked about this the other day. He misses the 90-minute movie. These days, every single movie is 2.5 hours long or 2 hours and 15 minutes. And you could generally cut almost an hour out of it and the story would be the same. It wouldn't affect it in the slightest. This movie is short. It's direct. It goes from point A to point B, and you enjoy every single minute of it. There you have it. That's it. That's the review. There's nothing else to say. Go see this movie. For Michael the microphone, Bob, a squeaky chair in the back, and this Sisu-loving nerd. We'll see you on Wednesday.